So mommy know say him a get gifts, but him now spread out for the man. Fire! Me tell you say enough of them fishy. Me tell you say enough of them fishy. Welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. Alright, so just to catch you up to speed, a story broke the other day, right? Where a 60-odd-year-old woman was killed in the police precinct. We in a foreign say precinct. In the police house yard with killed himself and killed this older woman. People were wondering what that was about. The first story that broke, well, came to me, and I didn't do a video on it, was that it had something to do with some friend that got killed, and the mother was going to give her son a dinner, and him friend buck up the mother and kill the mother. But I was saying, why would a friend kill the mother then kill himself? That didn't sound right. Well, story come to bump. Listen, this ain't gonna be no short video, so here what you do. Pause the video right now, go fix up something to drink, roll up something to smoke. If you're that kind of a person, do what you have to do. Come back and sit in. Pop some popcorn in the microwave, whatever you do. Big up the popcorn over England. I burn up the place right now, and that's the popcorn me I talk about. Whatever it is you have to do, come sit in right now. This is my first time reading this. I was told by my wife that this story is a story. So, here I am reading the story, and I'm going to put my own spin to it, as I do on SouFLoTV. Alright, the headline says, mother killed by cop in act of revenge. The daughter says her mom died because the grandson refused the constable's sexual advances. May I say, hold on there. The grandson? No man, surely they made a mistake. The grandson refused the constables. The constable was a man. So the constable was making sexual advances at the grandson and then refused the sexual advances, so he killed the man grandmother. That don't make no sense. But I could go into the story now because this is a credible source that this is coming from, right? And big up to the Jamaica Gleaner for this one. So, the story goes. News has emerged that 25-year-old District Constable Toyan Ormsey reportedly shot 62-year-old Darnett Maxwell to death before turning the gun on himself as a mark of revenge after one of Maxwell's grandsons had refused the lawman's sexual advances. What a bum. Pardon the language. So, here you have a policeman, that is making sexual advances to one of this lady's grandsons, And I don't know if he did or he didn't, or they did once and they didn't anymore, or him get tricked out or something or what. We're going to read some more. But this is a fishy story. On I read. The police reported that Ormsey shot and killed Maxwell of Galena, St. Mary, and then turned the gun on himself on Sunday. Now can you imagine your grandmother at 62 years old get killed by some boy just because the boy like one of our grandson them, and that's why your grandmother dead? Had nothing to do with anything else. That alone in itself is mourning. This is a sick individual. Yeah? But me could read further. The police reported that Ormsey shot and killed himself and Maxwell of Galena, right? Loud explosions were heard on the grounds of the Islington police station in St. Mary at about 1:40 p.m. on Sunday. Big broad daylight. Big broad daylight. Checks later revealed that the bodies of the two were found on the ground. They were rushed to the hospital where they were both pronounced dead. Yesterday, Maxwell's daughter, which is the older lady, the 62-year-old lady, the grandmother, Fiar daughter, Cicely Bradbury, one of the deceased 3 children, told the Gleaner that contrary to reports on social media, because enough people out there talk, my mother and Omri were not involved in a relationship. So, rumors was out there that I with this a 25-year-old boy, I do with this a 62-year-old woman, yeah. Even though it happens a lot, believe it or not. Because you have some boy out there who don't want to work, and you have some woman who feel like so them have them things and them can wave it over some little boy head. So, and he's 25 and she's 62, so I'm going to eat a food. Eat, no pun intended. Alright. in a relationship, she said nothing no go so. In fact, her mother didn't even know him. Alright? Stunning revelations came about now. It's all over the internet and a lot of things are being said. And she don't like them. He is not her lover. It wasn't an argument. She and him not in anything at all, said Bradbury. This is the 62-year-old woman's daughter. One of her 3 children she died and left behind. Listen, I did not read this purposely before I did this video because I wanted to read and comment and let you get it fresh here first time. So if you hear me mumble, stutter, make some mistake, whatever, it is all meant to be here. This video is going to be unedited. Alright, so watch from beginning to end. Alright, she don't know him. Him know her because of one of my sons. But she don't know him. That's what her daughter, the 62-year-old woman that died. This is her daughter saying that her mother who is dead does not know the guy that killed her. Don't know the constable. Him know her because of her, the woman who I tell the story now, fear son, one of her sons. But she, the 62-year-old woman, don't know him. If she didn't know the situation and that was taking place, probably she would know how to address it. So she opened up to him, going to him easily, and him shoot her and kill her, and then kill himself. So you can imagine this boy and now turn up there, ball out in brains and I love you, your grandson. And the lady walk over there, walk on, probably calling her name even, right? And she go over there to him, kill her, kill himself. And a stunning revelation. Man, I'm telling you, mental illness is real. Mental illness is real. Me and Brains have done many videos on mental illness in Jamaica anyways, and Jamaican culture, Caribbean culture, period. But they seem to go less viewed than any other videos that we do. Anyway, back to the track. In a stunning revelation, Bradbury, which is the woman's, the 62-year-old woman that got killed, her daughter, alleged that her mother was killed in an act of revenge because one of her sons repeatedly turned down homosexual advances from the constable. Me tell you say them a fish. Me tell you say them a fish. Enough of them a fish. Alright? Alright. Here you have a police officer in uniform, right? Carry a gun. Holds a certain position of authority. Imagine when that starts stalk you. Enough women in Jamaica sleep with police because they never have a choice. Because we are taught in Jamaica when we are grow up to respect authority. So you say, pastor, police, politician, me not trust none of them 3, the rude boy. Remember that from Shatters? Real thing. She admitted that her son had gotten gifts from him but had repeatedly turned down his advances. Alright, so this looking right now, so even the mother knowing now, say our son had take gifts from this Batman, and him a ask for the bomb. Him a ask for the bombsy. And him claim say him nah give him none. But you're taking the man gifts. Now I don't know nobody. People, listen, me not just born yesterday. Me don't know nobody but just give gifts and gifts and gifts and don't get anything in return ever. If it's even a date, if it's even a rub down a leg, if it's even a something go on. Right? But I don't know anybody that give gifts repeatedly. If you give gift 1 and 2 times and you don't get no reciprocation, you quit. I'm going to find somebody else that is going to reciprocate after you give them something. Right? So that boy himself now tell the whole story and make him granny get killed. But anyway, make we read on. That is what I've gathered so far throughout the story. She admitted that her son had gotten gifts. That means that she knows. Right? But had repeatedly turned down his advances. Alright. On the internet, he put up something saying him and my son was in a relationship. My son said the guy like him. The guy gave him a laptop. The guy gave him a phone. Me granny go see the laptop and the phone now. I bet you I saw Apple iPad. Same thing. I saw iPhone 6 or 7. How latest iPhone, babe?
X. X Max.
Then gone all number 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 and 10 and X. So him probably get the latest iPhone, him probably get the Apple iPod and all these things. He admitted, remember I know, here's a police officer that is putting up on social media that he is in a homosexual relationship with this guy. What a Ross when your friend them all go say this. And this man, he also admitted that the man gave him a laptop and the guy gave him a phone. My son said, him not really in a lifestyle there. Him not really. It's either you're in or you're out, mama. Your friend and your son are talk about he's not really. Yeah man, that's what enough of them say. Him not really in a lifestyle there. Which the guy want get him that way. My son, him have him girlfriend. Yeah man. Anything you say, mommy? Bradbury said that the rumors and the criticisms have made the pain of losing her mother even greater. Me not sorry for the old lady so she get caught up in this, and she not even old, she's 62. You know what I'm saying? And she got caught up in this. Words can't even explain how I feel, she said. I wasn't looking for this at this moment because we know that she not in a no war with nobody. Probably if she did sick and pass away, probably we could have understand that. But if you know say somebody take her life over something that she not even have a clue about. She not even know that the guy, she not even know the guy. She don't know what this is about. She dead and gone and looking down as an angel on the whole situation right now and don't even know. Granny have not a clue. That's the part that's grieving to me. The grieving daughter said that her mother had bought lunch for a young man in the lockup, which she had done several times before, as he was the son of a friend of hers who is abroad. Maxwell was even supposed to leave the island in a few days. God have mercy. So you see, the old lady was supposed to leave Jamaica in a few days, you know. Ticket buy and ready for fly out and everything, right? Scheduled to go, right? And she's taking care of her friend's son who's in lockup. Because in Jamaica, for those of you who don't know, and I don't know if it's like that in your country, that's why enough man said them prefer get locked up in Jamaica than get locked up overseas. Because overseas, if your mom's oxtail is your favorite meal and you get 10 years in prison, it's going to be 10 years before you taste that cooking again. In Jamaica, your mom can still cook your favorite meal and bring it to you. So that's what she was doing on behalf of a friend. A good deed she out there doing, for a friend, you know. And nowadays it's hard to even find a friend that can help you out like this, you know. And the woman lose her life. Where is God when you need God? God no, man. May I try to support my son. Make him know, say, regardless of what, the whole heap of critics them, I go say, me can't take a next loss. If we shun him and we turn we back on him, me never can tell what might happen, she said. So she's referring to her son now, who is partially responsible for this because him over there take the man things. Now, I'm not going to cut no traces, cut no lines here. Listen, me do shows on SouFLoTV and I say it all the time. I said to the woman them, stop treat man a certain way. Stop act like you have the upper hand, you have the handle and him have the blade, because it only happens for so long. You see, when somebody is holding the blade and you are holding the handle, you might be a little bit happy. But there comes a time when that same knife can get turned around. In other words then, when you're taking people things and people are making all kinds of advances towards you and you're leading them on to get more things and more things, right? Especially in Jamaica, you know how much people in Jamaica right now are saying, yo, all me need is a laptop to start a business, you know. All me need is a phone, you know, a good phone though. And the man go give you Apple iPad and a blouse and skirt phone and a good phone to go make it an Apple phone.
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
See the problems. You get killed. Batman emotion. Me hear Muta Baruka said one time, oh, we see them out there now. We see them out there all the time, man. I don't know what people are talking about on social media about Jamaica now, Batman. There's enough of them there here. We see them outside a fight. Even this evening when me are coming at the studio here, one big fight out a door with them. Me just step past them and come in. Right? And the way how, and he even referred to the way how when they fight and them stab up and cut up and chop up each other is even worse than say two male heterosexuals that are beefing and warring will go at it. It is if you squeeze trigger upon gun, yeah? But yeah, talk about this a kind of, boy, the man kill all the man grandmother. No man, you can't tell me say him never get piece of the body there. It's not registering. Something happened, you give the man something and then cut off the man. But like the mother is saying right now, she's saying, me I try support my son, make him know say, regardless of what the whole heap of critics them are gonna say, me can't take one next loss. If we shun him and turn we back on him, why would you have to shun him and turn your back on him? If you know say him straight. If you know say this a idiot because him that take bottom and things. Enough youth of Jamaica do it and they need to actually watch this video and learn because it could be them next. Nobody ain't giving you nothing for free. And Lord have mercy, I've seen some videos out of Jamaica, I'm telling y'all, and I have my wife as my witness. Babe, I lie? No. Remember the youth who have the gun and the wood in their mouth? Alright. The gun and the something in the man's mouth at the same time. And him a handle it like a porn star from Hollywood. Alright. Maxwell was loved and respected, she said. And I'm sure she was. Come on, look at her character. She's taking care of a son that's locked up of a friend of hers that's overseas. She herself was supposed to leave the island in a few days. The death of the 62-year-old Donette Maxwell has rocked the closely knit community of Galena in St. Mary, where she was loved and respected. For over a decade, she held a Christmas treat for the kids of the district and also provided cooked meals for the shut-ins in the community. You see that? A constructive, productive, progressive individual of the community. This man take away her life over batty feelings. It was a cousin of her daughter, Cicely Bradbury, who drove her mother to the Islington police station in St. Mary on Sunday afternoon. She had brought lunch for the son of a friend who was in the lockup, and while there, Maxwell was approached by the district constable Toyan Ormsey, who said he wanted to speak to her. So you saw me I say? He must say, hey Miss Maxwell, me can talk to you a little bit. Her knowing that she don't have no beef with nobody and she help a lot of people, she probably say, come talk no man, what you have to say, what go on? She went back to the car to get her phone to store his number. Him did go on like he want to get her number. As she was in a hurry to return to Galena to catch the 8-a-side football match at the primary grounds. That means this is an individual that is very involved in her community. She don't lock up in her house. People know her. She do good for enough people. While she went to get the number, my cousin was reversing the car. She heard the explosion as the lady walked to go get the phone. When she looked, she said my mother leaned to one side, then dropped on her face. What a way to exit life at 62. Wow, man. Then she hear a next explosion when the guy shoot himself. This is what she told the Gleaner in details yesterday. Remember, I know, people are going to say, you never did a whole you know. Her cousin was there as she drive her mother go and watch all this unfold. Alright? She's probably so distraught she can't even give a confession, or not a confession but a statement. Maxwell and Umsbury were found on the ground suffering from gunshot wounds. They were rushed to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. Yesterday, when the Gleaner visited the home where Maxwell lived, relatives were overcome with grief, and understandably so. Good God. Take the case and give me the pillow. Take the wheel and drive to the destination. Jano, people, leave your comment in the comment section below and tell me what you think about this one. I'm going to finish this up by saying this. There's a lot of undercover homosexuality behavior going on in Jamaica, and believe me, I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again. I'm not gonna tell my story about when we go Jamaica a year before last year and what I saw down there. What I'm gonna say is this. In order for you to speak certain things, you must think it first. Just the speech alone of a lot of these Jamaican men, boy, let me know that their meds depend something else. Yeah? Allow them, make them talk, and them will tell upon themselves. That's what I was raised to believe. So allow people make them talk and them call you all kind of name. Batty boy, this. The only thing is at the forefront of their mind all the time is batty and man batty and batty man and batty boy. And why is a group of people so obsessed with batty man and homo if you're straight? Now you see this kind of behavior right here, this stalking behavior, that's another thing that's been normalized almost. If I can't have you, nobody else will. But kill me dead. Me not feel like said this relationship was him just give the man a laptop and a phone and kill him. This has way more to do than what you see here, so. And of course, she's mom. She's going to try to protect her son. Because the last thing she want now is for the whole community to shun him and to say, are you cause your grandmother dead because of your batty business, you and your batty man constable friend, and these kind of things. You understand what I'm saying? So she's caught between a rock and a hard place right now. And what moms do, they protect their children. Rest in peace to this lady, man, 62 years old. Shot and lean and drop on her face. What a way to exit life. That's such a graphic description. It's like, wow. Talk up in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this one. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.